The Salmon Islands are located off of Washington State.
We're about 20 miles from Canada, Victoria, Sydney.
Grew up here, went to high school here, went to college, came back, got married, raised my 2 kids here, and now I have a grandbaby.
Came here with my ex-wife, actually, about 30 years ago. And she left and I stayed.
What do we got? What do we got? Hang it in.
I can't leave. It's hard to leave. We have 4 major islands that people live on and have ferry service to. And then we have several outer islands that people actually use their own personal boats to get back and forth to.
It's very difficult to get here, and a lot of people don't understand that when they get on that ferry boat, what they're committing to.
All the service to these islands are by water or airplane.
Everybody knows everybody on the island, and everybody that's been here a long time, we all take care of each other. Back in 2016, summer of 2016, we had a barbecue at my house. He was across the fire, and I heard him mentioning to somebody that he was thinking about starting a propane company.
The existing big company that was here they were overcharging people. The prices I were hearing was astronomical. We needed another company here to help the community.
I kind of snuck over and sat next to him and said, "You ever consider having a business partner?" The 2 of us came together. It was a perfect match. Not very many people do a startup propane company. There was a couple days where I look at Jimmy, I go, "What did we get ourselves into? This is insane."
It's about a half hour from Shaw to Crane. Another half hour back, there's 1 hour plus whatever time Donald's offloading. That's kind of our ETA back here. So it's gonna be close, because usually he takes about 3.5 hours. So it'll be close, as long as you stay out of the mud.
We have become logistic magicians to get propane out to the islands.
What they need to try to do is get everybody at once, because you don't want to have to do this again if you miss somebody. So they need to know what their customers need on the outer islands. Trying to build efficiencies in to a very complicated logistical thing to make all this work. It's very challenging, obviously, but it's also very rewarding. Weather plays a big part, tides, and there's all the variables that you don't expect. Them starting a business was a big decision on their part. It took a lot of guts and courage, because they were starting up a business from scratch.
Hi Adam, this is Paula with Inter Island Propane. Hey, I was just calling to reach out to you. When they came out, the crane truck was frozen. So I would like to reschedule that for Friday. Is that gonna work with you guys? Okay, perfect. So let your parents know, or whoever's around, that's what they're doing.
Business partnerships are hard as hell. That's all there is to it.
Our partnership started out a little rocky, just like any relationship does.
We're totally two different worlds. Jimmy's doing all the logistical stuff. I'm doing all the management. The first thing I started studying immediately was software to run the company. I knew from past experiences in management that that was going to be the end game for how we're going to be successful in this program.
There was 4 or 5 different companies we looked at, and Cargas ended up being above and beyond.
The help getting us started was amazing. I felt like I was talking to people that really cared. If the software company has already been through all the trials and tribulations from all these other companies, now I've got somebody I can talk to. I've got backup, a whole bunch of people at Cargas that were ready to help me out, and it's what happened.
Cargas' platform helps us with our automatic fills, our monitored tanks, setting up those routes. It keeps us from going from one side to the other on these islands, and wasting fuel, time, and efficiency.
We make plans, we're diligent, we're like trying to, I always call it dot the I's, cross the T's, but you gotta be ready for it to fall apart and then know what to do. We got a log across the ramp. The truck can't get off the barge right now. I can maybe just go over the top of my ramp and pull it back. Let's try that first. I think we got it.
Jimmy is monitoring not only the drawdowns, but he's also monitoring the weather patterns.
Last week and the week before, it was blowing 30 to 40 with gale force winds, at 50 to 60.
Okay, hard part's over.
Those kinds of things throw everything off. We're still delivering propane. Our tanks are getting low. So at that point, you're going, okay, when are we getting our fuel? Are we gonna run out? Are the customers gonna run out?
We get power outages once or twice a year, and these generators are basically keeping these people safe.
This is the most prepared winter we've been ready for
Yeah.
out of all the years so far. With a click of a button, Paula switched our 35% fill levels to 45% on Cargas 2 weeks before the storm hit. We went out and busted our ass filling all these tanks at a 10% higher rate, which paid off during the storm because we were ahead of the ballgame. It was priceless. And Jimmy and I could sleep at night.
Being business partners, it's like being married. And, we didn't date before we started this, so you had to learn how to trust. And that's probably one of the biggest things that we didn't have in the beginning, and now we do. I know that Donnie will have my back if I need him, and he definitely has mine when he needs it.
I think the success of this company is going to be with us staying on top of technology, being able to fulfill the obligation of customer service, and being able to keep a flow of propane coming to the islands for all these customers that need it. There's going to be some things that are going to pop up, but we're more prepared now than we have ever been. I think we're going to be just fine.